Bow Wow's fortune, from rap kid to millionaire. Is he going broke and lying about being on private jets? Let's take it back to the beginning. Have you ever wondered what happens to child stars when they grow up? Well, today we're diving into the life and fortune of one of them, Bow Wow, formerly known as Lil Bow Wow. But before we break down the cars, houses, and dollar signs, let's rewind to where it all started. Shad Gregory Moss was born on March 9, 1987, in Columbus, Ohio. He was raised by his mother, Teresa Rena Caldwell, a marketing executive who would later become his manager. His father, Alfonso Moss, wasn't present in his life, so it was really his mom and stepfather who raised him. By the age of 3, Shad was already rapping around the house. At 6 years old, he was performing locally under the name Kid Gangsta. Bold, right? But here's where it gets wild. In 1993, during a concert in LA, Little Shad was invited on stage during a Snoop Dogg show. He crushed it. Snoop was so impressed, he nicknamed him Lil Bow Wow and introduced him to Jermaine Dupri, the legendary producer behind So So Def. The rest, history. At just 13, Bow Wow was signed and ready to take over the charts. Controversies and beefs, from private jet fails to rap feuds. Alright, so we've talked about the music, the money, the movies, and the luxury. But what about the drama? Because yeah, Bow Wow had his fair share of controversies, internet fails, and beefs over the years. Let's get into it. The Bow Wow Challenge, the fake private jet incident. Back in May 2017, Bow Wow posted a photo on Instagram showing a private jet and a fancy black SUV. The caption? Something like, "On my way to New York for press runs." But here's the plot twist. Just a few minutes later, a fellow passenger spotted Bow Wow on a regular commercial flight, sitting in coach, and posted the photo online. Yep, busted. That post went viral, and the internet did what it does best, turned it into a meme. Thus was born the legendary #Bow Wow Challenge. People started posting side-by-side pics, one showing them pretending to live large, and the other showing the not-so-glamorous reality. It was everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Even celebs were joining in. Bow Wow later claimed it was part of a marketing stunt. But honestly, that damage was already done. Beefs with other artists. And that wasn't his only drama. Bow Wow's had plenty of beefs with other artists, including Soulja Boy. These two have gone back and forth for years. From arguing about who's more influential to comparing hit records, it got personal. They even had an Instagram hit battle. But before that, it was full of jabs, flexing, and shady comments. Romeo Miller, Lil Romeo. Remember the early 2000s? Bow Wow versus Lil Romeo was the kid rapper rivalry. Fans constantly compared them. And although the beef was more industry-generated than personal, there was definite tension. They've since squashed it, but the rivalry had a serious impact on their early careers. Relationship drama. Bow Wow has also had some public fallouts with ex-girlfriends, including Sierra, who he dated in the mid-2000s. Years after the breakup, he made comments about her in interviews that were widely criticized as disrespectful and unnecessary, especially since she had moved on and grown in her own career. Look, love him or hate him, Bow Wow has lived his life in the spotlight, and when you grow up in the public eye, every mistake gets magnified. But tell me this, do you remember the Bow Wow Challenge? Did you ever do one yourself? Music career, albums, Billboard, and sales. Okay, so you probably heard at least one Bow Wow track growing up. Maybe on MTV, BET, or burning a CD for your crush. Let's break down his album success and how much cash it pulled in. Beware of Dog, 2000. Debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 200. Sold 2.7 million copies in the US. Featured hits like Bounce With Me and Bow Wow, That's My Name. certified 2 times platinum. Doggy Bag, 2001, hit number 11 on the Billboard 200, over 1.1 million copies sold, certified platinum. Unleashed, 2003, debuted at number 3, 120,000 copies sold in its first week, over 774,000 total sales, certified gold. Wanted, 2005, another top 3 Billboard debut, certified platinum. The Price of Fame, 2006, first week sales, 262,000 copies, debuted at number 6 on Billboard 200, certified gold. New Jack City 2, 2009, debuted at number 16, first week sales, 31,000 copies. Collab album, Face Off, 2007, with Amarian, sold around 500,000 copies. Total stats, over 10 million albums sold worldwide, 12 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 Top 40, 3 top 10 hits, over 14 million in digital sales streams. It seems that despite not being so good, he was once at the top.
Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame.
Tours and show income. Let's talk live money, because we all know the big bucks are often on stage. Bow Wow toured with some of the biggest names in hip-hop and R&B, including the Millennium Tour with B2K, Soulja Boy, and Amarian. His 2005 Face Off tour pulled in over $10 million. The All My Girls tour in 2011 earned about $5 million. Estimated performance fee at his peak, anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 per show. Can you imagine pulling that in for just one night? Meanwhile, we're out here splitting appetizers at Applebee's. Movies, TV shows, and film revenue. Here's where Bow Wow flips the script. From rap star to Hollywood actor. Like Mike, 2002, box office, $62.4 million. Estimated salary, $1 million. Johnson Family Vacation, 2004, grossed $31.2 million at the box office. The Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, 2006, massive hit, $157 million worldwide. Estimated paycheck, $500,000. Lottery ticket, 2010, grossed $24 million. Estimated salary, $1 million. As for TV, Bow Wow appeared in CSI, Cyber Entourage, Ugly Betty, Smallville, Moesha, The Steve Harvey Show, and hosted 106 and Park from 2012 to 2014. Sponsors, brands, and business ventures. Bow Wow didn't just stick to the mic, he got into business too. Sponsorships from Pepsi, Adidas, Reebok, and more. Estimated over $10 million earned through brand deals. And his own ventures, luxury durags with Red by Kiss. Opened Prime on Peachtree, a high-end restaurant in Atlanta. Founded Batteted Records. Launched clothing line Shago. Combined income from personal brands, over $2 million. Would you rock a Bow Wow durag? Or are you just here for the old school hits? So what's Bow Wow really worth in 2025? Most sources, like Wealthy Gorilla and Celebrity Net Worth, estimate his fortune between $1.5 million to $2.5 million. Now remember, this is after making tens of millions over a 2-decade career. He may not be a billionaire, but he's definitely still in the game.